Connection terminated.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Digivoid Gaming here. So I'm here with my buddy Coyotemon Plays at my locals last night. Managed to get a few games in and went live on Twitch. So check out Tabletop Tavern's their live Twitch account, and I'll try to show up more often so I can get more games in, and then I can show you guys some more matches and stuff. So I started the turn, went into Commandramon, played Kazu, went over to him. He hard dropped the Garuru, went back to me. I promoted the Commandramon. Sorry, my buddy was trying to fix the angle here. I swung into the security for one check. It was a Gabu X. My Commandramon dies. And then I get to play the big Commandramon. Put the rest at the bottom. I apologize for that. Pagumon reveals its ultimate flare. Goes straight to the bottom. And I Digivolve for 2. Go to 1. Draw. And then I just play a blocker Commandramon and set him to 3 again. Generally, that's not what you want to be doing against Melga, but, you know, it is Melga, so what can you do? I got a blocker and a jammer on the board. So he goes into Gabu X on top of his egg. Unfortunately, he didn't have the rookie. Then he pays 3, goes to 0 by going into Garurumon. And then right here, he puts the X antibody underneath him. Swings into security for 1 check, and then activates X antibodies to go straight into Melgaru X. He's gonna bounce my blocker, and then 1 check. Happens to be a Tank Dramon, that's fine. Goes over to me for 4. I was actually at 5 because of Kazu. So I hatch my egg. Digivolve for Commandramon. Draw. I'm going to play Pride Memory Boost, go to 0. Reveal top 3. Play the Commandramon. These other ones get trashed. So now I got the setup going so far. Play Chikuri for 3, pass it over to him. See, what my strategy is, I try to bring out as much Commandramons as possible and then just swing for game. But if I have to chip away, I'll chip away as well. But more often than not. I thought he had blocker. Well, actually, he should have blocker. So that's why I didn't swing. Alright, so it's my opponent's turn. And he's at 2. He goes ahead to swing in into security. It's just a Seals Dramon. Digivolves for 2, passes it over to me. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's still at 0. Then he Digivolves for 0, draws again. Then he hard drops Madoki. Now that Madoki's gonna hurt a little bit because I have the Pride on the board, but it's alright. So I'm actually at 3, and then I gain 1 for Kazu, so I go straight to 4. And at this point, he can't block, so I'm just going to go ahead and swing it with my Commandramon for 1 check. It's a cool boy, it survives. He reveals the top 3. And unfortunately for him, he didn't get anything good off that. Don't mind the title right there. Then we're going to Jammer. Seals Dramon for 2. I'm at 2 right now. I'm going to go ahead and swing it with the Commandramon. It's an X antibody. I lose a memory, so I go to 0. Oh no, I go to 1. I'm sorry. It's kind of hard to tell right here. Swinging with jamming. He survives. Swinging with jamming again. And then I play the Dark Dramon. Oh, I can't gain memory. And I can't even do it either because I'm at 1. You dumb motherfucker. So right here, I was kind of stuck. And I just hard dropped another Commandramon. Passed it over to him. He's at 2. That blocker gains reboot because I have another D-Brigade on the board. So for the most part, I have a blocker. Then in his turn, he unsuspends and then returns the blocker and the Commandramon back to my hand. So that was unfortunate, and I completely forgot about that because he does have the X antibody. And I didn't even use the Kazu when I swung in either, so that's why I was pointing at the Kazu. But it's alright. So at this point, my opponent swings in with Madoki. It's a Commandramon, gets rid of that. He swings in with Rare Garuru. It's another Kazu. And he swings in with Metal Guru X. Gives me a memory boost. And then he goes for Blitz. And that's how that went down. So overall, pretty good. I'm going to game 2 now. So he let me go first. He was kind enough to let me go first. And I went ahead and... Oh, no, actually, I chose him to go first. I'm sorry. I had it backwards. So he goes into Gabumon. He draws. Then he goes for 2 for Garurumon. I draw for turn. Hatch my egg. Go into Commandramon on top of it. And draw. I hard drop the Commandramon for 3, put him at 1. Then it's his turn. He draws for turn. Digivolves for free. Draws again. Digivolves for 3. Puts me to 2. He draws one more time. Then it's my turn. I draw. I promote the other Commandramon. Swing in. My God. Then I play Pride for 4. Put him at 1. Play the other Commandramon, the blocker. Trash the other 2. It's my buddy's turn now. He's at 3. Of course, he's going to promote. He's going to go ahead and swing in. Actually, yeah. Wait, no. Yeah, he did swing in. 1 Commandramon in the trash. And Garurumon obviously unsuspends after it does the first check. Then he's going to swing in again. It's another Commandramon. At this point, I think I have 4 so far in the trash. And I already have 3 on the board, so... What's going on here? Oh, yeah. So, he paid 4. Puts me to... Oh, he goes to 0. Oh, because he trashed the memory boost. Okay. So then he goes to 0. He hits 2 in the stack. Now I have all 5 targets in the trash. For sure. He's still contemplating what to do here. Fortunately for him, he doesn't have the X antibody or a Metal Garurumon underneath. Hammer Sparks for 2. It goes back to 2. Then he just hard drops the Garurumon for 5. And I go to 3. Unsuspends. I'm going to hatch my egg. And go ahead and Digivolve. Draw. So I'm at 3 right now. I swing into security with Commandramon. It dies. Reveal the top 3. And play the Commandramon. Those 2 go to the bottom. So I paid 3 first. Well, 13. Return 5 Commandramons or 5 D-Brigades back to the top of my deck. So I'm at 1. Oh no, I'm at 0. I'm sorry. Because I gained back to 10. He should have gone to 10, but then I gained 2 for every one I return. So I go to 0. And he has Rush. So swings in with the Commandramon. He gets his Search from Davis. He gets the Metal Garurumon from EX1. So right here, I really wanted to swing in my blocker, but I figured I might as well just swing in with Dark Dramon since I did pay 13 to drop it, basically. But it died anyways. Okay, so I trash it. Swing in with Dark Dramon. Dark Dramon dies. play Congo for 2, go to 0. And then I just play one more blocker. So now I got 2 blockers on board. He unsuspends, but he doesn't get to bounce. He hatches his egg. Digivolves in the back for free, gets a draw. He's at 3 anyways, but I put him at 4, so play Digivolves for free. He Digivolves for free again. So right now he's contemplating on what he should really be doing. So he just goes ahead and swings away to Commandramon. Unfortunately for him, I have 2 blockers on the board still. So those blockers are pretty clutch in the late game, even in the early game, because it's a rookie with blocker. What more do you want? So he hard drops that for 3, goes to 1, reveals, adds the Garurumon. He can't swing in with the Garuru because I have Kongu. He Digivolves for free. Yep. And nothing. Doesn't get to add anything. And I believe at this point, he just ended up giving up because there wasn't much he can do. I had 4 Digimon on board with 0 in my stack. Just plays a Cool Boy for 2, puts me to 1. Didn't add anything either. My turn, I draw, promote, swing in, and then swing for game. So that wraps it up for the second game. I'm going to game 3 now. So in game 3, he was nice enough to let me go first. That was the game where I was going first again. So right here, I Digivolve into Commandramon. I play Kazu for 3, pass it over to him. He draws, hatches his egg, Digivolves for Gabumon, draws, and then plays a Gabumon for 3, goes to 0, reveals the top 3. Goes ahead and adds the Metal Garuru for EX1, puts the rest at the bottom. And then he's at 0 still. Then he just Digivolves for 2. I draw for my turn. I promote. I gain 1 for Kazu. So I go to 3. I play another Commandramon for 3. Swing in with the first Commandramon. It dies. Reveal the top 3. And I play the other Commandramon. So ideally, that's what you want to be doing and seeing when you're using that Commandramon to basically bring itself back out, and then just keep doing that and trashing more and more and more. I play the other Commandramon for 2 to choke him out. I mean, granted, he's at 2 and he can do a lot with 2, but he just passes it right back over with Davis, so he puts me back at 2. I wouldn't say that was the best call because I do have 3 Digimon that I'm just going to swing away with, so unfortunately for him, all he's going to do is add the 1 Garuru, or the 1 Garurumon, I mean. I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and hatch. I gain 1 for Kazu, so I go straight to 3. And then I Digivolve for Chikurimon. So I start swinging. 1 security check. I suspend Kazu to draw, and then I trash 1 from hand. So you draw 1 and you trash 1 from hand. So I went ahead and just trashed the 1 I drew. It dies, reveals the top 3. Plays another Commandramon. Swinging with the other Commandramon. It also dies. Reveal the top 3. Play the 2-cost Commandramon. Look at all that. I got all 3 of them out. And then swing with the one that I can swing with. And it dies. I hard dropped the last Commandramon. I'm at 0. I was actually at 3 still. So I went to 0. And then played Congo for 2. And then passed it over to him. So, for those wondering, you know, can the deck still do what it does? Even with the new support? Yes, it does. You can see it right here. In fact, I never even had to go into the Sealsdramon Jammer. Or even the Tangdramon. Or let alone the Darkdramon. The strategy is the same. You just can make the climb now in the back if you choose to, so you can get that Commandramon, that Darkdramon in for free instead of just dropping it and getting rushed. But I still run the other one too, so that's not gonna stop me. So he goes to 0, goes into our Garurumon. He promoted that Gabu X, obviously. Can't swing in with either one though, unless he goes into Metal Guru, Were Guru X, which he does for 0. He bounces the Commandramon back to my hand. The one that brings out more when it dies, because he doesn't care too much about the other 2. They're just vanillas with a 2-cost to drop. That way you can just keep choking now if you need to. And put bodies on the board at the same time. So right here, at this point, he's lost, I believe. Because I do have a Chikuri in the back to go into one last swing if I need to. In the case he does go into Melga. But he doesn't have X antibody on here. And he's only at 0 with Kongu on the board. So he can't go in for the swing. I have 5 cards in the stack still, you guys. Can you believe that shit? What is this, turn 4? He ice walls for 1. That's fine. You already know what to do when you get to an ice wall. He passes over to me. I promote. I gain 1 for Kazu. It unsuspends. And at this point, I swing in with 1 Commandramon, but I had 5 in the stack. There was no way he was going to be able to get this in at the end. So I lose 2 memory. And then he just ended up giving up at that point. So there it is, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll catch you guys later on the next one.